Hey guys, it's me Sujo over here. Welcome back to another video. So I'm here right now at District 1 in Saigon, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how to keep your Vietnamese family happy. So if you're new to my channel, the name of my channel is called Sujo in Vietnam. I've been living over here for over 7 years. I was an English teacher before for 4 years, and then I started my online business. I'm also a full-time YouTuber, so if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, it takes less than 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, and that way you can support my work. So let's talk about how to keep your Vietnamese family happy, all right? So I'm talking about your in-laws specifically, right? So you're a foreigner, you're an expat, and you're married to a Vietnamese. And you know, I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, is that for any Vietnamese women, her family members are the highest priority, okay? You need to understand that Vietnam is a very traditional country, very deep-rooted and very family-oriented, right? So for most of these Vietnamese women, their family members come first. So as an expat, if you are dating a Vietnamese, or if you like to get engaged, or if you like to marry a Vietnamese woman, the most important aspect over here is you got to win the trust of her family members. You got to impress her family. Now there are several ways you can do that, but majority of the Vietnamese family members out here, they like to see you know, how financially secure the foreigner, I mean you are, right? We're talking about you as a foreigner. I mean, are you financially secure? Are you stable financially? So that's a very important thing which most of the Vietnamese family, they like to look into, right? So if you can win the trust of her family members, definitely your Vietnamese partner, you know, she will consider you very important, and she will include you as a part of her family, right? So when you get married to a Vietnamese woman, you're not only marrying the Vietnamese woman, but you're not marrying the Vietnamese girl, your partner, but you're actually also marrying her family members, right? So it's very important that, you know, because you're going to be a part of the family, right? And that's the reason why the divorce rate in Vietnam is very low compared to other Southeast Asian countries and also other countries around the world, because the Vietnamese women, they cherish marriage very important, right? So hold on, right? So for most of the Vietnamese women, you know, it's very important for them to keep the marriage, right? Now I've been hearing some YouTube videos about, you know, broken Vietnamese women, you know, like, you know, they're having their children, but daddies run away somewhere, or, you know, honestly speaking, that's a very sad news, but that happens among the Vietnamese people. It's very rare that, you know, a foreigner is marrying a Vietnamese and he will run away, and I would never recommend you to do that. You know, if you're coming out here in Vietnam and if you're looking for a serious relationship, you know, maintain it that way, you know. Don't be a player, you know, because if you just want to have fun time and everything, you know, then might as well go somewhere else. Because majority of the Vietnamese women out here, they're looking for serious relationship. You know, they want to have a family, you know, especially, you know, Vietnamese women who don't have children. You know, they want to get married to a they want to get married to a foreigner, a nice, well-mannered foreigner, and, you know, have a family with him, you know, and it's very important for them, you know. So sometimes, you know, to keep your in-laws, your Vietnamese in-laws happy, you have to help them out financially. Now, I'm not saying that, shell out all your money or shell out all your savings, but at least like even if you can spend like 5% of your income, and like maybe just help out her family financially, or maybe just get her in-laws, get her family members like a nice flat screen TV, or like something like that, which really impresses. Because you know don't get me wrong, like usually the main decision makers in a Vietnamese family are the parents, right? Of course, don't get me wrong, like your Vietnamese woman, she could be head over heels over you, but at the end of the day, the main decision making is done by her family members. And that is very, very important, because most of the Vietnamese women, they may be very independent, but like I said, they're still Vietnam is still a very family oriented society, and majority of the decision making process and the approval rests on her family members. So that's very important. Like the last thing you want is her mother, or her, especially the mother, if she's going to be talking smack about her foreign in-law, I mean her, if she's going to be talking smack about you to your Vietnamese wife or to your Vietnamese girlfriend, I don't think that's going to be taken very well by your partner. So you got to make sure that you keep the family very happy. And I'm not saying that you have to money is involved, right? I mean, sometimes you got to put some money down. You got to like do some stuff, like maybe just get some, like maybe get a flat screen TV for her family members, or help them out a bit financially, or just get some gifts or give some financial gifts or something. That way it's very important, right, to sustain that relationship. Don't get me wrong, majority of the Vietnamese women, which I do find out here, especially in Saigon, they're very independent, they have their own jobs and everything, or they're entrepreneurs. But at the end of the day, if you're a foreigner, want to get married to a Vietnamese, or having a serious relationship, you got to make that commitment. I mean, you're not out here to play around. Like I said, majority of the Vietnamese women, they're looking for serious relationship. They want to have a family, and the divorce rate in Vietnam is very low. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but it is the fact, because majority of the Vietnamese women, they cherish their marriage. They want to have a very happy and a successful marriage life. So as a foreigner, you got to keep it that way, and of course, majority of the Vietnamese women, they want to know, if you would like to be out here in Vietnam, if you want to settle down out here in Vietnam, that's more comfortable for her to date you, because the trend is kind of changing. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't see like most of the Vietnamese women, they want to go to America or any other place, like they love Vietnam, so if you're coming with that intention that you're going to be staying out here long term, because they do ask that question when they meet you for the first time, when you go out on a date, that do you like Vietnam, do you like it over here, and what are your plans out here in Vietnam? I mean, are you going to be staying out here long term? So that is very, very important, because she's like analyzing, if this foreign man is compatible with me when it comes to sustaining a long-term relationship, right? So yeah, I mean, that's the way basically to keep your Vietnamese in-laws happy. It's not only applicable like if you're just married to a Vietnamese woman, but even if you have a Vietnamese girlfriend, and if you're serious about her, you got to do stuff for her family members, because if you really want to have a long-term relationship, and if you feel she's the one, and you want to get engaged and you want to marry her, you have to do stuff, for her family members, like financially especially, or maybe, get that flat screen TV, Samsung, or get a smartwatch for her father, Apple smartwatch. I never wear a smartwatch. I wear a Bulova. This is original. It's not fake from Benton Market. Or maybe like her family members, they want to open a coffee shop or something. So you got to help them out financially, because when you are out here in Vietnam, like majority of the family members, in-laws especially, they look at the foreign person as someone who can help them out financially. And if you're not going to do all that, they'll never be happy with you. Your partner will also feel very uncomfortable, and a lot of gossip goes around the Vietnamese family. You don't know, like, if her brothers or sisters are yapping in Vietnamese, telling her that, why you married to this foreign guy, he's not helping us financially, dump him, or something like that. A lot of shit goes around, within these Vietnamese families. I mean, a lot of gossip talk and everything. So, because if you do a good deed, if you help them out financially, the news travels fast, and of course, you have a very good impression among them, so they have a very good impression about you as a foreigner. They look at you as a good foreigner, not a cheap Charlie. I like to be a cheap Charlie out here in Vietnam in any case. But yeah, I mean, so take this as a sincere advice. I would love to hear from you. Like, are you married to a Vietnamese? Have you helped out her in-laws financially? Did you buy a flat screen TV for her Vietnamese family members? Like, are you engaged to a Vietnamese girl, or are you seriously dating a Vietnamese girl? Have you met her family members? Are they impressed with you? Did you win their trust? Are you the golden child? Are you now that golden goose? So I would love to hear from you, right? If you found this video to be, if you like this video, make sure to like this video and all the good stuff. Additionally, if you found this video to be informative, you can always buy me a coffee. The link is down in the description below. And if you're traveling around in Southeast Asia and you want to start a successful online business, you can check out the link down in the description below. It's a free webinar masterclass invite. Some quick updates over here is that I'll be shortly coming out with Sujoy in Vietnam merchandise, merch, t-shirt, mugs. So you can wear these nice design t-shirts of Sujoy in Vietnam, walk around the streets of Saigon, Hanoi, and that way you can support my content, you can support my work. People will love you. And I may also be not uploading that much frequently from the coming weeks, but I'll try to stay consistent. So with that being said, you guys have a great day. This was me, Sujoy. Peace out.